Hi, welcome back you guys, and for those of you new to joining me, my name is Shannon Windsor, and today we're going to talk about preparing for the full moon parasite cleanse. So you guys, the first thing is just a reminder, those of you who are working with me who have just got started, we're going to be opening our drainage pathways and working on that process first of all before moving into the full moon parasite cleanse. So a lot of you who've got your jumpstart kit, who are starting in on phase 1, you're going to do that. Then we're going to reevaluate, see where you're at and how you're feeling with opening your drainage pathways before we move into the full moon parasite cleanse, right? We don't want to start binding and killing things like parasites if our drainage pathways aren't open, right? We want to be able to excrete those. So that's kind of the first thing. The second thing to think about is, are you beginner, intermediate, or advanced? If you're a beginner and this is your first full moon parasite cleanse, congratulations. I can't wait for you to jump into the group and see what everybody is saying and sharing about their cleanses as we go through. You're gonna follow a different set of guidelines if you're beginner, intermediate, or advanced. So if you've done 2 parasite cleanses and you're ready to move forward into the intermediate category, obviously touching base with me, seeing how things are going with your drainage pathways, we can reevaluate, move forward into the intermediate category, and you're going to change your dosaging of your supplements. And then similarly, if you're moving into the advanced category, just staying in communication with me, we'll recheck in on how things are going with your drainage pathways, how you're feeling, and if you're ready to move into even higher dosages of that, you guys. So let's talk about some of the supplements that you're going to be utilizing through your full moon parasite cleanse. Okay, first thing we're going to touch on is the Para 1 and Para 2. You're going to be taking the Para 1 and Para 2 first thing in the morning when you wake up, okay? And so it's going to be different depending on if you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. And in the group, you're going to be able to go and see up at the top, one of the things that's pinned at the top of the page is going to talk about whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, and it's going to have this specialty placard cards that are going to show you how many you can take of each depending on where you're at in the beginner, intermediate, or advanced, okay? So Para 1, you guys, is the mimosa pudica seed, and Cellcore is actually the first company that really utilized that and learned how to put it into capsule form. So the mimosa pudica seed it really binds to and grabs onto everything and helps to pull things out of your body. So sometimes people will see this in their bowel movements and think that maybe it's a parasite, when really it can grab onto parasites, absolutely, but sometimes it will just be the mimosa pudica seed by itself. And it really helps to bind to and pull out any kind of like biofilms or any parasites that maybe are unwanted. And then with the Para 2 is going to be taken also at the same time as the Para 1, in the first thing in the morning, last thing in the evening. And this is really going to help with your digestive health. It's going to help with bile flow and just assist the whole process through the parasite cleanse. So that's our Para 2. And then we have the Para 3 tincture, you guys, which is designed to get deep into the tissues. It supports immune cell activity. It has inflammatory balance, really supports our digestive tract and our microbiome health. So, and Para 3 is really amazing you will see, during the full moon parasite cleanse. So love this, and you're gonna be taking this after it's gonna be mid-morning. So after your Para 1 and Para 2, mid-morning, and then afternoon and evening. And again, it's evening, it's away from the Para 1 and Para 2. You're gonna take Para 3 in conjunction with your biotoxin binder. So it's gonna be morning, noon, and evening. And then right before bed is when you're gonna take your Para 1 and Para 2 again. So, and again, you'll see that pinned to the top of the page is gonna have it all laid out for you, depending on if you're beginner, intermediate, or advanced. Okay, now we're gonna talk about biotoxin binder. So biotoxin binder, you guys, the biotoxin binder is really our microbiome and immune support. So it really helps the body's natural ability to detoxify. It promotes gut health and overall immune function. It supports our cellular repair. And of course, this has the carbon technology in it. So with the biotoxin binder, it's so different from any other kind of binder with having that carbon technology, and it really helps the product bind to any of the toxins and things like that that we're trying to excrete out of our body And so it doesn't have spent carbon, so it's not taking all of your nutrients and excreting them out of your body like other binders might do. And with that carbon technology, it really helps everything get to its actual destination point. That's my cats. Helps everything get to its actual destination where it needs to go in your body. So biotoxin binder is fantastic, and you're going to utilize it quite frequently. Again, it's going to be the morning, afternoon, and evening in the full moon parasite cleanse. You'll see me using the biotoxin binder a lot when I'm using my sauna or before I work out, before I'm sweating, because of course that's a time when we're asking our body basically to release some of those toxins when we're getting hot, when we're sweating. So I like to have that binding agent on board to really help bind to any of the toxins for the excretion. So that's our biotoxin binder, you guys. I encourage you to keep track of how your body feels during the full moon parasite cleanse. How are your moods? Do you feel agitated? Do you feel irritable? Do you feel exhausted? Right? Keep track of how's your sleep. The other thing you maybe want to keep track of is, what are you putting in your body? Are you craving foods? What kind of foods are you craving? Another thing you want to keep track of is what's coming out of your body, right? You want to have a baseline so that when we check on things again, when you're going through beginner, right, intermediate, advanced, we have a really great baseline to go off of how you were feeling. What are some of the things that you experienced during your first few full moon parasite cleanses? And the reason behind this is because as we advance through the full moon parasite cleanses, which we do because we're looking to kill not only the parasite, but the larvae and the eggs, right? Which I know no one likes to hear, but sometimes that can take up to 6, even 8 months. It really depends on you and your body, but specifically your environment. So take note of the things that are in your surroundings. Do you live in a moldy house, right? Is mold a factor? Parasites will feed off of that inside your body, those mycotoxins, right? Are you living in a major city that's full of pollution? Things that you can't help maybe at the time, right? Things like that in your environment. What about things that are in your household, including household cleaners with all of your different soaps that you're using, whether it's your laundry soap or your dish detergent, or are you using things like Windex to clean your windows? And then also look at things like your hygiene products. What are we putting on our body, right? What are we putting in our body? Are you eating foods that might be covered in pesticides or glyphosates, things like that? So I encourage you to just really start being curious and really start paying attention to your environment, right? And things that might be attracting parasites to want to live and stay inside your body. So we're going to track all those things so that you have a great baseline and know where you're going to progress to. If you caught this video and you're not working with me yet, but you want to be working with me, you can reach out to me at shannon@shannonwindsor.com, or you can connect with me in one of my links in the caption below. We'll chat soon.